Hi, I'm Andrew, an entrepreneur and a computer science student,
Hi, I'm Verene, a psychology major student.
and you're now listening to the Ink Thoughts podcast, where we ponder and talk about incongruous thoughts ranging from our daily life to the human mind.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Ink Thoughts podcast. So it has been, last week we didn't have any recording, so yeah, it's been 2 weeks since our last recording. And how are you doing, Andrew?
Hello, Verene. It's been 2 weeks because it's unexpectedly, I don't know, maybe because of our new rule of cutting episodes whenever they exceed whenever we can make around 30 minutes for each episode. That's why we end up having tons of episodes, and this one I think it's scheduled to be released on September, which is crazy, like right now, the time when we're recording it, it's actually still July. So it's really crazy. It's really crazy how much have changed and all that. So yeah, we kind of have, I think at the current rate, if we're doing this, we're probably going to have an episode every, a podcast recording every 2 weeks instead of what we've done once every single week back then. But yes, back to live updates. So what happened last week or over the past 2 weeks? Definitely many things have happened, but one of the crucial thing is that I got interviewed and then I got rejected. So yeah, that was quite a very disappointing thing that happened to me, and then I was really sad about it. But then I kind of got through it, and I wrote a blog post about it, and even now I'm planning to make a video about it, on how to actually get out of how to use your negative experience turn them into positive motivation. And ironically, I haven't recorded that video yet, but that video might come out earlier than this podcast. So by the time when you're listening to this podcast, yes, that video should be out already. It's a bit funny. Yeah, that just shows how easy it is to make a podcast instead of a video. So yes, that many things happen like that. But I don't know. I mean, it's cool, and actually because of those things where I got rejected. So originally I had a plan of getting a camera. I think many episodes ago talk about that, because graduation and all that. I decided not to get a camera because I don't have a stable job yet. I don't want to spend so much savings on the camera, while when I know that those savings can help me survive for a few a month or two, something like that. But the thing is, I really wanted to get a camera, and I got all the associated accessories, So to get a camera, it's not just a camera. You get because now I'm getting a mirrorless camera. So there's a camera body, there's a lens, and then that's the two main thing. But then of course you need your SD card to store the photos and videos, which I bought during Prime Day, because amazing discount. Its original price is already cheaper than Malaysia, but it's almost half price of what Malaysia is offering. So crazy cheap. I got that. And then what else did I get? I get myself the extra batteries. Yeah, extra batteries for the camera. And I even got a casing for the camera. I even thought of getting a strap, but luckily then I realized that if I do buy a camera, they do come with a strap, so I didn't get that. So yeah, I got all the associated accessories, but just not the camera, because it's the most expensive thing, which I'm still waiting for discount on. So because of that, originally I don't plan on getting it. I was I'll just get it after I find a job, so if that happens, I wouldn't be able to take pictures for my parents and all that. But it's fine. I think it's better to be safe than sorry. But it just so happens that I think it's been almost a week, that I've seen that Amazon has an offer whereby they give a voucher where it cuts down £70, which is quite an awful lot. It's quite a lot when you cut £70 off of something. So I thought of getting it because even though they provide that voucher, but it's funny that they actually don't have any cameras in stock. They're still saying that it's out of stock. It's just that you can actually buy it right now alongside with the voucher, and they will just ship it out whenever they have stock. They'll tell you whenever there's a delivery date. But I think, of course, that defeats the purpose, because I want to get it before my graduation. So even though there's a discount, if I order it, if you don't arrive it before my graduation, there's no point in doing that. That's why I was like, yeah, there's no point. Let's not do that anymore. But the funny thing is that yesterday I went and explored on a few other camera-centric websites. Yeah, most of them are offering £100 off, which is not just more than Amazon. And the thing is that they actually have cameras in stock. So Yes. Yeah. If I feel like I'm getting played by the world, whereby at this point where I actually already made the decision on not getting a camera, they come up with all these kinds of discounts and everything. I was like, gosh, yeah. But because of that, I bought a camera. So yeah, I'm quite excited for it to come. Unfortunately, it's not arriving tomorrow. It's arriving on Monday, but that's still something cool. So yes, I'm gonna have my first proper mirrorless camera and my second video camera. So yeah, a proper upgrade to my gear. Hopefully, my future life wouldn't get ruined because of this. I wouldn't say it's unwise, just a decision that is not relatively wise. Compared to others, but yeah, like, I think it's a cool thing that it's happening. I'm getting
Is
a new
it
toy.
considered impulsive?
It could be. To be honest, it could be because like even so, I wouldn't say it's not to the stage of compulsive because I gave it a lot of thought. Eventually, so this camera would definitely bring value at the end because I'm being a video creator and all this. It's a video centric camera, and then of course you're coming here, we're taking pictures and whatever, posting on Instagram, all this kind of stuff. So I am definitely quenching the value out of this. But the part where whether it's actually wise or not comes down to the timing which I'm getting this, because of course it's providing me with this value, but of course right now I don't necessarily need it. I can get it like 6 months later and it will still provide the same value as I get it today. The thing is, the reason why I want to get it today is because of my graduation and my parents coming here. So this two thing kind of covers much of the main reason. But there's still come another reason. It doesn't mean that by just getting a camera, you instantly get upgraded camera quality, upgraded image quality, great images, something that like people would definitely choose you as your photographer, something like that. Because getting a mirrorless camera, you do have to train on how to take pictures and all that, practice and all that, and there's more controls and everything. So it doesn't mean that. And funny thing is that even though it's my graduation, I want good pictures, that's why I get a camera. The thing is, having a good camera doesn't like what I said, doesn't promise instantly greater photos, because it depends on the person taking on it, the person's experience, and obviously me being the graduate, I am not the one taking photos for myself. So yeah, it actually increases more variability, something like that, for the image outcome. So yeah, it's not compulsive. It's not compulsive, sorry. Yeah, I think you used the wrong word. It's impulsive, but I kind of went along with it. It's impulsive. Is it impulsive purchase? If we consider the value, no, it's not an impulsive purchase. But if we consider the timing, yes, it might be an impulsive purchase, because at this moment in time, it might not be the best way to spend my money. But whether spending this money is worth it, yes, just maybe not this time.
Okay.
Do you
Okay. Justifying your decision.
After this whole thing, do you think that I'm because I guess I'm being quite I don't think I'm making this like, I don't think I am trying to give me a proper, like, how do I say it? I don't think I'm trying to make up a reason to justify my decision, because I mean, I am saying that this is it's definitely unwise to buy it at this timing, but it is a wise decision to make, because like whether I need a car, yes, I do need a car, but do I need it now? Not now. Probably a year later it'll be fine. So it's kind of like this thing. It's like, it makes sense to buy it, but maybe not now. So whether am I able to justify the value right now, that kind of depends on me.
Yeah.
So
Or maybe you can say it's more of a want at the moment instead of a need. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Actually, yes, I agree. Like for this timing, it's definitely a want. Eventually it will become a need, but now it's just a want. So yeah. But yeah, so this is like one of the greatest thing coming, and yeah, I'm very excited next Monday. Yeah, but oh my god, like instead of talking about what happened last week, I'm gonna fast forward a bit to next week, where I don't know, there's so much thing happening. first thing first, I have another interview lined up. Oh, cool, yeah, KPMG. Oh, yeah, they're interviewing me, which is really interesting. I'll see how it goes. Not sure if I will get the job, but I'll try my best. But the thing is, that's one thing. Second thing is that, of course, I need to spend some time with my camera. I have a new toy. Who doesn't want to play with your new toy? So that's gonna take some time. And then my friend's graduation, probably gonna use it to help her take some photos, and then the one main thing is that I have to produce around 3 to 4 videos. Yeah, because I'm going on a trip. So yeah, I mean my parents are coming, going on a 2-week trip around the UK and during my graduation and all this. So I'm not gonna have much time sitting down to edit videos or definitely record videos. So it's gonna be something that is tough. That's why. Yeah, I have to get that done. Yeah, otherwise something like what happened back in Malaysia will happen again right here, whereby I just got so lazy that nothing gets churns out. I'm not gonna let that happen again. I promise myself I'm not gonna let that happen. Especially now that I made a kind of unwise decision of getting a camera. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's like, oh my god, that's something that happened. But of course, like even today, because one of our friends just left. So not left. She came back from Malaysia a few days ago. Came to Nottingham yesterday, and she just left to Sunderland because she has a placement over there. Yeah, we just sent her off this morning. Yeah, quite sad, but she's coming back for graduation, so kind of cool thing. Yeah, but many things have happened. I mean, I just don't want to elaborate much on all those stuff. Mainly, yeah, I got an interview, got rejected, and I got the camera. That's cool. Waiting for the camera, yeah. Okay, yeah, but yes, now I will pass the baton on to you, Verene, to speak about what has happened in your life. It's really interesting, I believe, yeah, because like last week you actually went on a trip. So yes, let's hear it from you, Verene.
Yeah, so 2 weeks ago, we celebrated our friend's birthday. So that day itself, one of my friends actually feel a bit unwell. But she did the COVID self-test and everything since morning, and everything was fine that time. And she feels better afterwards also.
Okay.
So all of us didn't really think much. But then, I think it's the mid of the week, then suddenly she texted in our group asking everyone, did anyone feel unwell after that day? So we are like, wait, what is happening?
Did you just get COVID? Oh my god.
Yeah. But the fun thing is, actually she has been doing the self-test every day. But the result came out as negative until that day itself. But after that day, the result go back to like negative again.
Oh, okay.
So she was like so confused. So I'm just being positive for a day.
Maybe it's a false positive, is it?
But so some of my friends started feeling unwell on Wednesday as well. So but all of them got positive.
Okay, that's unfortunate. Hopefully they're feeling a lot better now.
Yeah, so they've already recovered and completed their quarantine as well.
Okay.
So yeah.
What is quarantine? Yeah, we don't have that in the UK. I've never heard of that. What is that? I'm just kidding. Oh, we definitely had that last time, but now okay, it's no longer a thing. So yeah, just like to tease on you about that. But yes, go on.
So because actually for that few days I had some heaty food as well. So I'm not sure if it's just because of myself or it's because of COVID. So I'm a bit unsure. So I did self-test for that few days as well. All of the results shows negative, but I started coughing. So I'm like, wait, what does this mean? Because after a few days, I'm going on a trip with my friend to Tioman Island. So I'm like, should I go or shouldn't I? So I told my friend as well that this happened, but they are like, just wait and let's wait until that day itself, and if you're okay, then let's go. We don't really mind.
That's cool.
Yeah. So actually, until that day itself, I'm still a bit like hesitating. I'm thinking that what if I have it and I spread it to them, since we are going to stay in the same room, in the same car all the time, and yeah. So okay, so far nothing happened. Everyone is healthy. But yeah, so in the end, Andrew suggested me to do the test again, maybe with another brand. So I quickly went out and buy it, and the result shows negative as well. So I convinced myself like, okay, maybe it's really negative. I'm okay to go then. Yeah.
Alright.
So yeah, so our trip started. So actually, it's supposed to be 3 days, 2 nights at the Tioman Island, but because we stay quite far from Johor Bahru, so not Johor Bahru, like Mersing Jetty, because we need to take the ferry to Tioman Island. So we decided to go 1 day earlier to somewhere nearer, so that we don't have to be that rush on that day itself, and it's very tiring for the one that is driving as well. So we meet up around evening time, then off we go, and yeah, we just spent our night chit-chatting at that Airbnb. Yeah. Then after that, the next day, then we departed to Tioman Island. So yeah, it's actually if you really want to say like going to an island and have this kind of like activities, I think this is my second time only. So yeah, so it's
What's your first?
kind of exciting for
Where did
me.
you go?
Huh?
What's your first? When's your first?
It's a very not popular island near Johor as well, but I forget the name because it's so unpopular.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, the one that I spoiled my phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I forgot what's that place called as well. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So then the first day, there's no like preset activities. Actually, our package only include one. I almost want to say counseling. Okay, snorkeling session on the second day.
Okay.
Yeah, and also our meals. So actually, there's not much preset activities. So the first day itself is like already like 3 p.m. or something. We just quickly grab something to eat, and then the weather is like super hot. So we decided, okay, let's go to the pool.
Okay, that's cool.
Swimming pool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we had some fun there, and yeah, basically that's the end of the first day. Then second day, no, that night itself we called Andrew, and
Oh yeah, it's a funny thing, I was just like, chatting with them, we're friends and all that, we spent like 2 to 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours chatting, I think.
yeah,
It's quite crazy, like kind of just catching up, as my hair grow longer, I kind of I can disguise myself as a girl and join them as like a group where people wouldn't notice a guy in it.
Yeah. Then the next day, we woke up and went for snorkeling. Actually, they told us that they will bring us to 4 different spots, but in the end, maybe because of the time, so they only brought us to two of the spots out of the 4.
Okay, that sucks.
So
are they giving any refunds or anything? I don't know.
No, nothing.
No? Seriously? What?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
But that's my first snorkeling experience. Overall, I'll say it's okay, but maybe the spot itself, there's not much stuff for us to see. Plus, there's a lot of people. I think we went with about 6 to 8 speedboats, and each speedboat can carry about 12 people. Yeah, so it's like a lot. So you swim for a while, then you knock into someone else. But you cannot go too far because they are afraid that what is it called? The waves will push you somewhere further.
Okay, I understand. I get it.
Oh, but we did pass by the Berjaya place. Yeah. Then yeah.
Okay. All right. Is it fancy? I believe the Bajai Tioman Resort. I believe it's called this. It's quite fancy, is it?
Actually, we cannot really see the resort itself. We can just see the entrance and yeah.
Oh, okay. That's cool. That's interesting. That's very interesting.
Mm-hmm. And I think the person told us that the airport doesn't stop directly at their resort place. It's a bit further. Then they have to, I don't know, take maybe boat or car or something to go to the spot itself. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, then we spend the remaining of our days relaxing, taking photos, and yeah, fast forward to day 3 and we came back.
Oh, okay. That's nice. That's
But
lovely.
overall, it's a very relaxing trip for me. I do think that I've gotten some recharge and I feel a bit better. Although, you still feel like, no, I don't want to face the reality. But yeah, reality is always there. No matter how much you feel like escaping, you still need to face it.
Okay. I totally get that. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess that's all about my updates.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So let's go in our topic today. What are we going to discuss today?
Okay, so we have today a very interesting topic provided in from inspiration of Verene. So this topic is called how we respond to social media's message requests. So I guess it wasn't a problem back then. I mean, back when social media came in and all this, when you want to message someone, it would just drop into the chat. It's kind of weird, but it happens that way. Like some random dude just interested in being a friend on Facebook. You can just like message and then it will drop in your chat, just whether you want to message it or not. But today, with kind of a lot of privacy issue and all that coming up, and then being in social media so connected, so most social media feature have this thing called either requesting, like mainly I think Facebook, Instagram, they have this. I'm not sure about the others. Like Twitter, it's like still kind of like back in the days. A few other China-based app, I guess they kind of act as a friend request thing. You have to add as a friend before you can message, something like that. But mainly if we look at Facebook or Instagram, they have this request thing. So when people are never friends with you and then they try to actually message you, it will just pop in as a request, and it will be your choice whether you want to engage with that conversation. Because before you actually choose to engage in it, people wouldn't know whether you're online, whether you have read the messages and everything. So basically, it's a one-way thing where they message you and then they wouldn't know what happened, how you interacted with their message. So yes, in this episode, we just want to discuss how do we respond to social media's message requests, because sometimes, it gets a bit weird, especially when it comes to people who are a bit famous, like Verene, which has like 1,000 plus followers. So yeah, unlike me, it doesn't happen that often, but Verene, yeah, it does happen quite a lot more. So yes, starting from Verene. Yes, what's your experience on this?
Okay, so because those message requests, the social media, they won't purposely give you a notification on that. So most of the time, I'll only realize that, there's actually a message request after maybe a few days. Yeah, but most of the time, I feel the way that those people try to talk to me is very weird. If some of them, they come with the purpose of selling me something, then it's very straightforward. But some of them just they are saying something like, I don't know who you are, and I believe you don't know who I am. So because we haven't get to know each other yet, so let's introduce ourselves to each other and let's be friends. I'm like, huh? So I didn't reply. Yeah, actually I rarely, or I can say I don't reply at all to these messages.
Okay, okay.
But how often do you get messages like this?
Okay, so I like this question because this question comes at the very right time. I will say the topic as well because if it were to come like a month before, I wouldn't have nothing much to say because it's random. It's really, really, really random that I get really rare and random that I get all these messages because usually it's either about trying to business related or weird stuff where it's like sugar mummy and all that. It does happen. It's weird.
Oh my
just
God.
come in and then there are of course, okay. Recently, I think starting from last year, there are a bit more, not less weird messages where they are just purely congratulating or commenting on my stories and all that because what happened is that I publicized my Instagram account through my YouTube and all that. So sometimes people do engage with me via Instagram just because they are my followers, my subscriber and all that. So for those cases, I was like, I'll just send a thank you or something. Yeah, because like now it's still at a stage where it's manageable. But yeah, like mostly the weird ones are businesses and like sugar mummy. Those businesses are if I'm interested, I may still engage. I don't mind spending some time, just chat about it. I just want to know what's going on about that. Why not? Since if I have the time, I can just sit down and have a chat. But when it comes to sugar mummy, I just completely ignore them. I was like, no point in talking to them. Not that those pages are really fancy and all that as well. They're usually they have a certain way of look that just instantly tells you that they are scams, something like that. So yes, for those usually I just don't do anything. But but very, very, very recently, like I think 2 weeks ago, because I kind of posted my a screenshot of my award. So I was awarded a second upper class degree for my computer science with AI degree study. So of course people kind of congratulating me, sending me emojis and all that. There's this guy. I never followed him, but I knew him. I just didn't follow him. He followed me, but I didn't follow him because we were in a competition together. We're like kind of competitors, but then like it's chill. We know kind of know each other, something like that. We're just like building startups and in a competition. But so he came in and yes, let me just bring it out. It's a bit weird, it's not nice to do this, but I'm not, of course, obviously I'm not gonna review his name or something. So what happens is that he just asked me, so yes, he saw my award and all that. He asked me like, so what's next? I was like, okay, like, I mean, I realized that he's following me and then what he's doing, I kind of know him. That's why I messaged him like, just a casual chat, why not? So I'm just telling him that, I'm looking for new opportunities right now. So cool. He asked me, so what you have what stack AA? Please disregard the grammatical error and all this because it's Malaysian based. We have our Malaysian kind of grammar, which is never the proper kind of grammar that people use academically or even like in Western countries. So yeah, like apparently what he means is that he's trying to ask. So in the technology space, we have this thing called tech stack, which is what technology do you know? So it's like kind of imagine like it's a stack of technology, a stack of knowledge, something like that. What kind of technology do you know? What can you do? So of course initially I actually don't understand that. I was like asking, because we have this job called full stack, which is that you basically cover from front end to back end. Like for example, when you're managing a website, you're just not just designing the front end, you're also doing all the server stuff, storage and everything. So that's called full stack. I thought he meant that, but then he wasn't, and he's asking me what technologies I know. So I just told him what I do, and then he asked me it's a bit weird at this moment because he's like asking me, I mean, what you can build. Haha. And then I was answering, I can build websites, apps, database. I know all this. And then he asked me using. At this point, it's very, very weird because first thing first, Instagram is a place where we chat, friendly chat. Love to get to know about you. We're friends. Why not? Let's chat. Yeah. Over at this point, it kind of sounds like I get an interview. I got an interview which is uncalled for. I was like, yeah, I never wanted to be in this interview. Like, yeah, it's a bit weird, So,
Yeah.
of course, still, I answered him because why not? Like, no harm, right? So I just told him that, Angular, Kotlin, Java, R, Python with a question mark, because obviously I have no idea what's his intention. It's very weird. So then after that, after I think maybe a day, he just messaged me, okay, Chun. Okay, Chun is like kind of a term in Malaysia where they use like, okay, nice, something like that. Okay, nice, send your resume to blah, 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 blah at blah, blah, blah.com. So that's their company website. And then I was like, yeah, it's actually an interview, but it's very weird because, God, dude, man, like, you don't approach people like this. First thing first, personally, Instagram is a friendly place where we don't approach people to talk about serious stuff. And second thing, have you actually asked me whether I'm interested in working in your company? I don't even know the job description. I don't even know of course I know his company, but for some people, like, I don't know what your company is doing. Like, you never gave me a proper introduction. I was like, I wasn't expecting this interview. So it felt a bit intrusive. It's kind of like you're expecting that I really wanted work or something. I was like, no, bro, I'm not really doing that. If I'm interested, maybe I would have asked you. And if you find that I might be interested in your company, feel free to ask me if I'm interested in a role like this, let me know about the job description and all that. Don't just come in and interview me. I was like, that's totally uncalled for. So yes, sorry. So yeah, and then, it's a bit awkward because in reality, obviously now in the UK, I'm planning to find work in the UK, especially now that I have a 2-year graduate visa. It makes sense to just find work in the UK. So I just replied that, oh, I'm sorry. What did I reply? I replied definitely in a nice way because we never wanted to like make any relationship worse or something like that. Yeah, not to embarrass anyone else as well. So I just say, thanks, bro. I'm not looking for opportunities in Malaysia, with a smiley emoji. And then he just liked that message. He didn't know what to reply. So yeah, probably. I understand that the startup is in its early stages, so probably he didn't have much experience doing this, all this kind of stuff. But I was like, yeah, man, bro. I'm like, this is not how things works. It's okay. Maybe the world is changing a bit. It's okay, probably okay to use Instagram to find work. And it's just me that I find a bit weird. But you don't come in and interview people when they did not ask to be interviewed themselves. Yeah, so that was like, that's like my weirdest thing. So usually if we talk about whether like how I respond to all this kind of stuff, initially back then, if I think maybe like a year or 2 years ago, most of the time when there's like weird requests, people I don't know, or even like just purely weird requests like sugar mummy kind of stuff, I just won't reply at all. Just like, I'm just gonna delete you, I'm just gonna block you, whatever, I don't even know who you are. But recently, it kind of changed my mind a bit because I was like, anything if it doesn't really harm you in any way, there's no harm trying it. So I'll just reply and see how it goes. Yeah, if it's like a fan, I'll just reply a bit as well. If I can offer any help, that would be great as well. So this is what I am doing right now, and like even like opportunities like this, I don't mind making a friend right there. But the thing is, yeah, it just turned so weird. I was like, yeah, I'm not expecting an interview. Thanks, man. But I'm not expecting an interview. So yeah, but like, of course, the approach now is that I will try if it doesn't harm. It doesn't harm me in any way. So just try it out, see how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, from my point of view, actually, I think it's okay to discuss about job stuff on Instagram. Just that the approach itself is a bit weird.
So that's for this episode of the podcast where we discuss about how we respond to social media's message request. Of course, this is just a part 1, and in the part 2 of this episode, we will dive deeper into how we actually respond to all kinds of social media messages, and of course, Verene's perspective on how she deals with all these requests. Hope to see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye. Thank you for listening to this episode of the podcast. If you enjoyed, do share with your friends and family and leave us a review on the Apple Podcast. If you're not using an Apple device, you can leave a review on the Apple Podcast website with the link in the show notes. If you have any feedback or thoughts which you hope that we'll discuss in the future, feel free to email them to us at
hello@incthoughts.com, or alternatively, you can send us a private message on our Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter with the username of incthoughtspod. Thanks again, and see you all next week. Bye-bye.